Living on a boat is a unique and fun-filled experience, and you're going to have a blast. On a boat, snorkeling or diving is never more than just a giant stride away. From birds to fish and turtles, there is wildlife everywhere. You'll see more shooting stars and rainbows than you've ever seen in your life. It's such a close setting that you'll make a bunch of new best friends really fast. It's like living in your own little ecosystem, where you learn to conserve your resources and explore the world around you while taking charge of your own environment. Since it's different than life on land, we like to prepare our students for some of the aspects they may not be used to, so they'll know what to expect about boat life on one of our Caribbean voyages. First, let's talk about fresh water on the boat. We have freshwater tanks on the boat that we fill up at a number of locations throughout the islands we visit, but ultimately we have a finite amount of fresh water on board. It's a great hands-on lesson in conservation. We can talk about the Earth running out of natural resources, but living on a boat allows you to actually feel what it's like to live with mindful water conservation. There are a few things that we do to conserve it, so we don't have to worry about running out, and we always have plenty for drinking and cooking. For hand washing and sink use in general, we try to limit water usage and use lots of hand sanitizer versus hand washing. Similarly, for showers on board, we do what we call boat showers, where you jump in the ocean from the back steps, climb out and soap up your hair, and jump back in. Then you climb out again and wash your body, and at the end of that, you can have 10 to 30 seconds of fresh water to rinse the salt off your body. Another thing that is different on the boat that many people don't think about are the toilets. They are not your standard Western flush toilets, but are marine toilets, or heads, as they're called on boats. They work on a pump system. So you pump seawater in, do your business, and then pump everything out. It takes some getting used to, but it's easy once you've done it a few times. Each of the boats has a head per cabin, so they're designated as male and female bathrooms. We have a lot of food on board the boat. We provision dry foods for the whole trip before we set sail, and then re-provision fresh food throughout the trip on different island visits. Typical breakfasts are everything from cereal, granola, and pancakes, to eggs, hash browns, and French toast. Lunches are usually something like sandwiches, burritos, or pasta salads. Dinners are when the kitchen gets creative, with rice dishes, chicken Alfredo, Mexican nights, stir fries, and desserts. Don't know how to cook? You will! Every day there is a cook team that is responsible for preparing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have a book of recipes we call the Galley Guide that has easy and approachable meals, and the instructors will also assist and supervise food preparation. If you have special dietary needs like allergies, gluten intolerance, or if you're a vegetarian, be sure and let us know on your medical forms. We can easily modify meals and accommodate with alternative options. No one on the boat is a passenger. Everyone is an active member of the crew, so students and staff are responsible for all aspects of boat living. That means we have some chores and responsibilities to keep everything shipshape. It's very important that we keep the boat clean. It's a warm and wet environment with a dozen people living on board, so there's a risk for the spread of infection. Therefore, we do cleanup after every meal and a big cleanup every night after dinner. Just like we have a cook team rotation, we have clean teams, and everyone is responsible for helping clean the boat to keep everyone safe. Something else that's a little different on a boat is how we sleep. There are 4 cabins on the catamaran, and we typically assign no more than 4 students to a cabin. They're below deck, and when you put 4 people's luggage in them, they can feel crowded. Most students choose to sleep out on deck, which is pretty awesome because you get to sleep beneath the stars and get the soothing sounds of the boat rocking in the waves. Students usually choose to sleep on the deck of the boat or out on the trampoline net. There's a sleeping bag on your packing list, and some students also bring a sleeping pad to make sleeping on the deck more comfortable. The last thing we like to mention with conservation on the boat is the charging of electronics. There are only a couple of outlets on the boat, and in order for the outlets to work, we have to run the boat batteries. Charging the batteries requires the running of the engines, which burns a lot of diesel, makes a lot of noise, and isn't great for the environment. We charge the batteries each day, but we try not to run them for too long at a time, so there are limited abilities for charging electronics on board. The instructors will have cell phones and laptops for communication with the Broadreach office and academics, and their electronics will always get priority for charging. We hope this was helpful with introducing you to a few things that may be different about boat life. Get ready, you're going to have the time of your life.